co-host Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
How we feeling?
Feeling like royalty. Hey. 1 superstar. 2 superstars. All the superstars. It's like I'm playing Madden out here, bro. Oh my God. What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony, with the most tonight. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up.
What's going on?
So, we got a lot to get into tonight.
Including breaking news. Eric Kendricks is now expected to sign with the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, they finally got on the board. Congratulations. All in. That's the all in. Took them 3 days.
All in my ass.
That comma was doing some work. Drop a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We are, breaking down free agency. So you don't want to miss a single bit of information as we just broke news here. So we're probably going to break news tonight. So tap in as everybody starts coming through. Drop a like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're watching on. You can get our content everywhere.
Absolutely. And if you're all wondering why I'm looking at this screen throughout the show, it's because I'm constantly refreshing Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
Whichever.
But yeah, I will be refreshing the screen constantly. That's how we found out about the Eric Kendricks move. He decided to have a change of heart, was going to sign with the Niners, and said, you know what? Fuck you, dude. I'm going to go play with the Cowboys. So, lots happening around the league, huh?
I would say so. A lot of great things have been happening, especially in my camp. We're going to break down everything. We're going to break down every single team, all the signings, give our grades so far on how teams have done in free agency. I'm not even going to make it a secret, bro. Howie Roseman's got an A- from me.
A-, no linebacker.
A-, bro. The only reason why it's not an A+ is because he got a linebacker, but he didn't get a linebacker yet.
Bro got somebody that's just trying to keep his job.
Bro got a Sean Bradley replacement. Moving. All right. Man. Let's not waste anybody else's time because we're all here to discuss free agency.
Yep.
Today at 4 p.m., the official contract period began. Legal tampering ended.
Happy New Year to the NFL. Happy New Year. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to break down all of these free agency signings.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess we'll go division by division.
Division by division, team by team, player by player. And the wild thing is so many contracts have been announced. And they've been, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of guys signed, and there's still a shit ton left on the free agency market.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of guys.
Yeah, this is a loaded free agency class. It wasn't going to be until we saw all the cuts that a lot of these teams made, especially the most recent one, DJ Humphries, left tackle, being cut by the Arizona Cardinals, saves them $22 million against the cap.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on. So let's go team by team here. Let's start with the Bills. So before the legal tampering period started, they decided to break the law and signed Mitchell Trubisky to a 2-year, $5.25 million deal. Already played there before. They saw his film and you're like, you know what we need back on this team? Not a running back, not a lineman.
We don't need help defensively.
Yeah,
we don't.
We definitely didn't just butcher our entire secondary. We're gonna go out and get Mitchell Trubisky.
He is the answer. Mitch Trubisky is the savior.
He must be at this point.
He's not.
No,
but
I agree.
Shout out to Mitch Trubisky. He got the first bag of free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Morrow, keep a job, I swear.
Facts.
Buffalo, have fun. Bro is going to be getting cooked left and right. But that's all y'all can afford. So, hey, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely. So we look at the offensive line here. They extend Deion Dawkins. I don't even think he's that good, in my opinion. But, I mean, that's the going rate for a left tackle anymore. Gets 3 years, $60 million on top of what he's already making. I do like the David Edwards signing, though.
Yeah.
Nice little boost.
That's definitely a good signing. I mean, they lost Mitch Morse and, needed guard help, interior help, and David Edwards will help. They just need to replace Mitch Morse.
They do.
He's not the answer, but they got a lot of work to do, not a lot of funds to do it. So they're probably going to have to draft a center. So we'll see.
Yeah,
good signing.
I think I'm going to give so far their offseason, because I'm including all the cuts they had to make. I'm not going to give it an F. I am going to give it a D.
Yeah.
Because, this is the best they could do.
Yeah. It's not great, but what else are they going to do?
Yeah. They reassured the offensive line a little bit by bringing in David Edwards. But, it's just not that good. They bring in a backup quarterback, I guess. But, I mean, they just couldn't do anything. They were in cap hell. So they're going to have to go crazy in the draft and hit on a lot of these picks. So someone told me I was working, right? And I told my buddy, I was like, yeah, but Bills might be like a 9-8 win team. That's how I look at them now. They lose their the Bills. They lose their wide receiver 2. They lose their whole secondary. They got a lot of guys coming off of injuries. And they were surprised when I said that. They were like, what do you mean? The Bills are going to win 11, 12 games.
No, they're not.
Are people still, after all this work I've put in to prove to everybody that the Bills are a bad football team, it took all that, and now people still think they're going to be worth a damn.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're more likely to be fighting to stay out of last than they are to get first, in my opinion.
I agree, bro. I agree. They lost half of their starters in the secondary, most of their starters in the secondary.
Yep.
Let go of key guys at key spots and haven't really replaced them with difference makers. They're taking a step back.
They are.
And I think it's just the perception of, oh, this team has a great quarterback. Well, they're going to be good. They have Josh Allen. Oh yeah, no, they're going to be good. It takes the whole team, bro. It's not the NBA where you can plop LeBron James on the Memphis Grizzlies and he's going to take them to the playoffs. Don't work like that.
Yeah, it's really not how it's supposed to go. And they still have high hopes going into the year, of course, because, I mean, anything's possible with Josh Allen, I guess. But, they've lost a lot of talent. So I don't really – the only plus side of them, kind of bludgeoning their team is most of the guys that they've released haven't been playing full seasons the last, 2 or 3 years. That's the only upside to it.
That's true. But they're also key guys. So –
Yeah.
But that's the tough part about not operating the salary cap well, and we talked about it last week. So this is what they signed up for: Mitch Trubisky, Nicholas Morrow, and Taylor Rapp.
Yep. I give them a D.
Me too. I give them a D.
Pause. But
they're gonna
Miami. They did some decent work, I think.
Yeah, they lost quite a bit of guys on that defense, but they brought in some guys on defense as well. Shaq Barrett, I like. Jordan Brooks was a good one. Jordan Poyer, a nice little value play right there. Yeah, bro, it's not too bad. They still got their offense intact with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Jonnu Smith. I think is an upgrade at tight end.
I agree wholeheartedly. It's hard to think of a lot of guys they've really lost that are like impact pieces. I mean, you look at Jerome Baker, he's still out there. I like Jerome Baker as a linebacker. He's a sideline to sideline type guy.
Yeah. I hope we sign him. He's still out there.
That would be your value pickup, basically. If you're gonna sign one to be a starter, he'd probably be the one I go after because he's not gonna cost a lot.
Yeah.
But I like the Shaq Barrett deal. I mean, up to $9 million. He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been as good since his extension after his 18 sack season he had 3 years ago. So I love the Jordan Brooks signing.
Yeah,
combined with Anthony Walker.
Yep. Me too. Like I said, Jordan Brooks is a guy that I wanted. Obviously, we didn't get him, but it is what it is. But definitely good pickup for them because they kind of needed the linebacker help, losing Van Ginkel and Jerome Baker. So I think it's an upgrade. I give the Miami Dolphins. I give them a B.
Yeah, I think I'd give them a B minus, mostly because there's just a lot of teams that I think did better than them.
Yeah, I mean they filled needs, but they didn't really sign any. I mean, the biggest splashy guy was probably between Shaq Barrett and Jordan Brooks, in my opinion.
Yeah, and how splashy is that with Jordan Brooks' health history and Shaq Barrett's recent track record?
Yeah.
But working alongside across from what's his face?
Bradley Chubb.
It might be a nice little 1-2 punch out there. They'll get pressure for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like that. B minus.
Yeah. Patriots.
They did a lot.
But
a lot of nothing.
Yeah, I really don't care. Antonio Gibson, I knew one of him, Zach Moss, and who was the other? Devin Singletary. One of them was going to sign to a team like New England. Yeah,
this is I think a better fit than Zeke. I mean, with Ramondre Stevenson and Zeke, you had Thunder and Thunder. Now you've got more of a gadget guy. Antonio Gibson is good in the receiving game. He's like your younger, cheaper, not as good Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
And I think he could work in that offense.
He's like a Dollar Tree version of Eckler.
Yeah. And for this money, I think it's a no-brainer. You're only giving up $4 million. So
yeah. I also like the Kendrick Bourne deal, even though he's coming off of injury. Austin Hooper.
Yep, that's their Jonnu Smith replacement. Not bad. I mean, it's definitely a downgrade, but Hunter Henry's a starter, so I mean, not a whole lot
Jonnu
there.
Smith. He was on the Falcons.
Yeah. What was their Gesicki? Yeah. Then it's definitely a downgrade for sure.
Yeah.
Jalen Reagor's there to return punts.
He's there to get the boys Gatorade.
Facts.
Yeah. Sion Takitaki.
That's an underrated pickup.
That's an underrated one. I would have liked us to. Every time there's a linebacker here, I'm like, I would have liked us to get him. Yep. That's my only thing right now.
Absolutely. And let us know down in the comments what grades you give your favorite teams. Let us know what some of your favorite signings were from the free agency so far. Still a lot of players to come off the board.
Yeah.
And I won't be surprised if there's more cuts made and all sorts of stuff like that. Trades, absolutely.
Definitely. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. There's going to be a lot that happens from between now and the beginning of the season, but this is just a start.
Absolutely.
But for New England, give them a B minus, C plus, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a base C. I mean, bringing back a guy like Michael Onwenu is really good. He had a lot of options. There's always guys that need like the guard tackle combo. He's more of a guard in my eyes, but good player nonetheless. Bringing in Okafor to shore up the other tackle spots pretty good. But they mostly just re-signed their guys and brought in Taki. It's about all they did. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, I don't expect him to be the starter, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. They might draft a quarterback. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Gerard Mayo has cooking.
Facts. I mean, this is more than what they usually do. So
yeah, they did a lot.
You can clearly tell that
right.
Belichick's out of the building.
All right, let's talk about your boys.
My New York Jets. Very, very painful Monday it was. It was very
it was like
Monday.
It was so funny, bro. It's like the episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick are outside, like running around having fun, and then it's Squidward in his house watching him out the window. Yep. I was SpongeBob and Patrick outside where we're signing Saquon Barkley and Bryce Huff and CJ, and Kyle's just in Squidward's house. Like, I wish Trader Joe would do something.
Yeah.
But hey, he did some stuff. He did some stuff.
I was hoping for more so far, but I'm honestly not mad at it, to be honest. Tyrod Taylor is by far my favorite pickup, without a doubt. Bringing him in to back up Rodgers gives me a lot of faith and not many questions going into the year, because we all know Zach Wilson can't throw a football. So that's one thing. He'll probably be gone. I don't care if we junk him. If we trade him and a 7th for a 6th, I'm cool with that. I'm just fine with that.
You might just straight up cut him.
There is a bit of a cap hit, so
yeah.
One of these teams will trade for him. I mean, a team signed Marcus Mariota, so someone will trade.
That's true.
For Zach Wilson's. But I love the Tyrod Taylor pickup. Nice piece to back up Rodgers. The 2-year deal kind of tells me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's also kind of like a bridge quarterback too. So like if Rodgers is done after his deal, which I think their deals would run out the same time.
Yeah.
They could re-up Tyrod Taylor, and he's kind of the bridge guy if Rodgers calls it a career before they find the next guy. So I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
And especially the insurance policy. He's a solid starting quarterback in the league. So
absolutely. He could start on like 5 teams right now, and he'd be the best backup on pretty much all of them. So
yep.
I'll take it 100%.
Yeah.
This Morgan Moses deal, the more I'm looking into it, the more I don't like it, to be honest.
No.
Reason being, I love what we gave up. Okay, what we gave up is fine. We only moved back 20 spots in the 4th round, but we have 2 picks right in that spot already. So like we had 110 and 114. We moved 114 down to 138. So we're really not moving a whole lot there. It's not like we're, really missing out on a piece there. We can get them still.
Right.
And then we only give up a 6th round pick for them, basically. So that in itself, I love. My only concern is, and the same thing with John Simpson, is these guys are running game maulers. I don't want that. I need a pass protector.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Morgan Moses was PFF's number 3 graded running game tackle last year, which is awesome. It'll be great for Brees. I think we're going to abuse the shit out of him now.
Yep.
But I just wish I had a little bit more protection at the right side. Like if we're going to make this deal, we might as well have taken a flyer on Mekhi Becton for 1 more year. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Only
who knows?
6 million.
Maybe they don't. Trader Joe doesn't believe in Mekhi Becton, so he decided to bring these 2 guys in.
Yeah. So
you need help. You need the help because that's your probably the main weakness on that team is offensive line.
For sure.
Like, Aaron Rodgers, cool. Breece Hall, running back, cool. Your receivers, maybe you'd want to get another 2 in there, but for Rodgers, cool. He's got his guys. Tight end, cool. D-line, great.
Yep.
Linebackers, great. Secondary, good. It's really your offensive line. That's really what killed you guys to start the season and kind of set the tone for the season. So yeah, if you can get guys in there that can play any better than the guys did last year and stay healthy too, that's also the big thing because your offensive line was also really beat up.
For sure.
I don't know about their injury histories, but
Morgan Moses has been extremely healthy throughout his career. And Simpson started 34 of the last 34 games. So
so
that's a big
really
thing for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe you guys continue to build there, but
yeah,
not much. But
there's also two more players for some reason that aren't on here. We signed Javon Kinlaw, D tackle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For $7.5 million. I like it. My only concern is, I think right now Quentin Jefferson is a better player, and we're paying Javon Kinlaw more and letting Quentin Jefferson walk. Like, what has Javon Kinlaw done in his career as a first-round pick?
He's just,
you know what I mean? Like,
been a rotational guy.
Like, it's nuts to think about, but he's one of our top 10 biggest cap hits on the team now. It's a 1-year deal, so it's fine, but like that type of thing doesn't really sing to me. But he's going to be out there pass rushing with Quinnen Williams, which I like. And then we also brought in Latu, like something Latu. He's like a 330-pound Samoan dude from the Cardinals. He's our replacement for Quentin Jefferson. He's a run game stuffer.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup too. I don't either. We lost 2 D tackles. We brought 2 in, so I'm okay with it. They're not going to see the field as much as Quinnen Williams, so I'm not really upset with it at all.
Yeah, and on Javon Kinlaw, I mean, you're really paying for the upside.
Yeah, we're banking on upside and benefiting from the rest of the line. You know what I mean?
So who knows? Maybe he'll have a good year next year and get a bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not with you or with you. We'll see, but
that's fine. Pay him 1 year for his services and get bro paid.
Yeah.
But
hey,
Isaiah Oliver, I like. He's going to be a depth guy. He's kind of our replacement for Bryce Hall. We have Michael Carter still, one of the best slot corners in football. He's going to be a depth guy for sure. Cheap deal. I'm okay with it. And then we brought back our kicker and punter combo. I'm happy with it. These two were awesome all year. So
yeah,
I'm not mad at it. I think I'd give our free agent. We still have we haven't gotten a wide receiver too. We haven't addressed left tackle. We haven't addressed safety. So for that reason, I'm only giving it a C+.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B-, just because like these guys you brought in are cool and quality, but like you said, wide receiver 2 for me should probably be a point of emphasis. There's still guys out there, and definitely offensive line are ones to think about. But I mean, the Jets are going to be competing for the division next year, but it's just a matter of, are y'all cool with just being division winners, or are we trying to make a deep run? So
yeah, I agree.
I think those 2 spots, taking care of those, are going to be difference makers in that conversation, because we've seen, and we're going to talk about some more of these AFC teams. Some of these AFC teams are going for it.
Yep.
So
absolutely. And if I had to go after a safety, I mean, I would probably want. Going here, let me just look at it because I'm
Justin Simmons is out there. Cameron Curl, he's a young guy.
Yeah, Cam Curl's not bad. Let me look at some more safeties.
I think who else is out there.
I'd be okay with one of Julian Blackmon. Wouldn't be bad.
Oh, yeah, he's out there. Mm-hmm.
I would like him. But if we had to go like budget, maybe throw a 1-year deal to Micah Hyde.
I could see that.
Yeah, 1-year deal.
Aaron Rodgers
everybody's been going to their rival this offseason.
Yeah,
which is wild to me. But if I had to pick anybody, it would be Julian Blackmon for sure. And then at left tackle, either draft or DJ Humphries for a year or 2. Yeah, Joe Alt, one of those guys. But I would absolutely, if we address wide receiver 2 and we address safety in free agency, no matter what we get, as long as the contract's okay, I think I could bump this up to a B+, honestly.
Yeah, it's sneaky good, and like we kind of said with the Dolphins, the guys don't really jump off the screen, but hey, if
I will say,
if Phil's needs,
for us, the difference is these guys don't pop off the screen, but they do compared to what we had.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
that's fine. That's all you can ask for.
Yep.
So yeah, I give it a B- because it's cool. It's mid.
Yeah, it's all right. Moving on to the AFC North, Baltimore Ravens, not super active. They signed back a linebacker. He'll probably jump into the starting slot where Patrick Queen's leaving.
Yep.
Malik
Also
Harrison
brought back Justin Madubuike.
on a big deal.
Caught
Nelson
the big
Aguilar.
fish in Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they did. 2 years, 16 up to 20. If I'm being honest, they've had an F.
An F.
An F. When you look at all the talent that they've lost 3 offensive linemen that were starting for them last year. Patrick Queen's gone. Who else have they lost? Jadeveon Clowney, like you said.
Jadeveon Clowney. Geno Stone is another guy.
Geno Stone. Odell's gone. They've lost a lot of guys. I didn't feel like running back was what they needed to go after.
Yeah, but they also lost Gus Edwards.
They did.
Keaton Mitchell is the answer. No, he's not.
No, he's not. And bringing in Derrick Henry is cool. I just think with how much they lost everywhere else, you would think they would address that.
Who knows? Maybe they'll just address it in the draft. But yeah, they lost a lot.
I'm going to give them
picks. I'm not going to give them an F, but I'm going to give them. It's between a C- and a D+. Because I like the Derrick Henry signing. Getting Matt back was huge, but other than that, they didn't really do anything.
No. And if they had lost a lot less and just signed Derrick Henry, if they brought back some guys, which they still, again, a lot of talent still available.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent out there. I just feel like if they didn't lose as much as they have and brought in Derrick Henry, I'd feel more confident about it. And at the same time, though, adding Derrick Henry to the squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 2025, if we get Chiefs-Ravens again in the AFC Championship, does Derrick Henry move that needle for you? Because we know damn well that game is going to come down. Can Lamar Jackson make the throw?
Yeah.
It's great for the regular season. They might win fucking 15 games. They might be great.
They're not going to win 15 games, but it'll be good to watch. It'll be fun football to watch. But yeah, you got to fill out the rest of the team. I'm going to go D+.
Yep. And I'm just giving this a refresh to see if any names drop in here, but
no.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati, another pretty underrated one. They lost quite a bit. They lost Joe Mixon, and they brought back Zach Moss, which is good. T. Higgins, he wants to get traded. So
yeah, he's going to be gone. They're losing Tyler Boyd. He's gone. They lost Jonah Williams, their left tackle.
Yeah.
What else did they lose? They lost Chidobe Awuzie.
Yep. But they replaced him with Geno Stone. Which is nice.
They did.
Cincinnati, I gotta give them a C-. I give them a C.
I'm right there with you. I do like the Mike Gesicki pickup.
I do too.
That's a nice pick.
Him and Drew Sample.
Bringing back a guard.
Again, this is another team where you're losing a lot of guys and you're not really replacing those needs with equivalent or better talent.
No, and we'll see what they get back for T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Every rumor that I'm seeing is that he wants out. It's not one of those things where they could work on a deal and repair it.
He said he is done.
Yeah.
With Cincinnati.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, which to be honest, as an Eagles fan, I've been monitoring the situation for a couple weeks because whatever happens with the T. Higgins situation directly correlate, him and Jalen Waddle, it's going to correlate with Devontae Smith. So I'm whatever happens here, that is the standard. So
Max. Yeah,
I'm a little bit nervous. Hopefully, we make it work. But hey, listen, how we gonna make it work? But That's gonna be a tough loss for them, and who knows? They might have to draft a guy.
Yeah, probably. I do think the Zach Moss pickup is way more underrated than what people are giving it credit for.
I
You
agree.
basically get, I think you get a better back for half the money than what they were paying Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I agree because I thought Joe Mixon was probably the most overrated guy in the league.
Mhm. Yeah,
At running back.
I don't know if that's necessarily true because, like, let's be real. Think about how many weapons they've had, and he's been consistently running for 1,000 yards. I mean, 1,000 yards isn't what it used to be,
Yeah, that's true.
but at the same time, though, you look at all the talent, how much Joe Burrow throws the ball. Like he gets run,
Yeah,
and
I don't
he's
know. He just
consistent.
he has his moments,
He does have
but
his
they're
moments.
like his moments they resonate more than the numbers. In my
maybe
eyes.
that's true. Maybe that's true. Mm-hmm.
But
But
yeah, no, I give him a C.
yeah, I think I'm right
It's
there with you.
cool, but they lost a lot too.
Yeah, I don't.
Cleveland,
Yeah, I don't know. Cleveland, they didn't do a whole lot, but I like what they did at the same time.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you bring in Jameis, that's cool. I mean, he's gonna piss off number 4 quite a bit. Bro's just gonna be barking.
Bro's gonna be talking about he's not talking about dubs.
Yeah,
He's gonna be talking about dubs. I like the Jerry Judy pickup though.
I do too.
That is my favorite move that they made.
Yeah, Jerry Judy is not what we expected him to be.
No, but alongside
a
a guy like Amari Cooper,
Elijah
that's
Moore
gonna
in
be
the
good
slot.
1-2 punch.
Yeah, him, Elijah Moore in the slot had a decent year last year with them when he got traded.
Yep, and David Njoku's still there.
Yeah, like this is nice. He's going to benefit off of playing with Amari Cooper quite a bit, and maybe he'll have finally have a breakout year.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't give up much. They gave up late round picks. Like anything more than a 4, I thought would have been ridiculous for Jerry Judy.
Yeah, but they got it right.
What he's giving them. Yeah, they got it right. My guy Adam Troutman, keep a job, re-sign. So
breakout player.
Yeah, breakout player who didn't break out.
And Jordan Hicks, another good kit. I'm gonna give him a B.
It's solid B. I think. I don't know, bro. I think it's lower than that. It's a B minus. I mean, what did they really do other than bring in Jerry Judy?
Yeah,
because Jameis isn't gonna play. Adam Troutman's backup. This is a re-signing. Jordan Hicks
probably gonna get some run rotationally.
Yeah, so I don't think it's as good as you're giving it credit for. I think it's a C, almost a C minus. I don't really think they did a whole lot.
I give it a B minus. I'll change it to B minus. I like the Jerry Judy move though. I think that's going to be huge for their offense. Getting Chubb back, Jerome Ford's still there. Like their offense is going to be nice next year.
Yeah,
just all lies on number 4.
Agreed.
Pittsburgh. They didn't really do much, but what they did. Holy cow! You got Russell Wilson on a veteran minimum deal.
Yep, they're paying him less than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get the best linebacker in free agency, Patrick Queen. 3 years, $41 million.
Yep.
Already a pretty decent linebacker group. Got great.
Yeah.
And Dante Jackson.
TJ Watt with Patrick Queen, bro.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah,
and
they're gonna be a problem.
Who? Schobel.
Yeah,
can't think of his first name. Schobel is one of their linebackers. He's pretty good.
Yep.
Steelers defense is gonna be legit next year.
Yeah, I mean, I just worry still there.
Yeah, Cam Hayward. My only worry with their defense is the secondary. Dante Jackson helps a little bit, pairing him with Joey Porter Jr., but. Like safety, Fitzpatrick's still there. I mean, hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a pretty good unit
for sure.
It'll
be a top 10 unit. I don't really think I have to think about it. Deontay Johnson move. I didn't really understand that. I don't feel like they got enough back, but I feel like they just couldn't extend him. So they're like, you know what? Let's move off him now.
Yeah.
I think they're falling in love with George Pickens. That's why they were comfortable moving off of Deontay Johnson because Deontay Johnson is a good player.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
But the George Pickens Thanksgiving game is what did it, bro. But
I
I mean,
so.
they're going to have to address wide receiver outside of him, though, because
Allen Robinson's gone.
I was going to say, who do they got?
Allen Robinson is gone. They have Pickens. They still have Freiermuth at tight end. I don't know. They
Najee
always
Harris,
they
Jalen
always
Warren.
draft and develop wide receivers though. So I'm honestly not too worried about it.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, because like looking at the Patrick Queen move for me, I start looking at this team against the top teams in the AFC, and I'm just like I don't know about the offense.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, if he starts, he'll be cool.
Yeah.
The defense is going to be ferocious.
They had a better record than the Bengals, but are we even confident that they're the second best team in the division? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, the Browns, they could end up fourth. Like, let's be real. Like,
yeah. They could also end up second or first.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to give Pittsburgh a B.
I agree.
I mean, the top end guys are great. They just have other holes to fill, but Patrick Queen, bro.
Yeah.
What a get.
Yeah, and I honestly really like the Russ thing. You only give him $1 million. Like, and Denver's paying the whole contract. You get an upgrade for cheaper. Like, that is
he's arguably better than Kenny Pickett.
I think he is better. I mean, you look at the eye test wasn't phenomenal last year, but the numbers were there. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
And he's moving. I mean,
and
Sean Payton and him bumped heads a lot. He's moving to another Hall of Fame head coach. So
yeah,
we'll see, dude.
They'll be down in Brazil with us.
Facts.
This one, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I give the Houston Texans an A. I
agree.
They got an A.
Yep.
They are going for it, bro.
Yeah, they are.
They're gonna be super. I'm telling you right now. We haven't even done the tier maker. We haven't even done the season predictions. We haven't even gotten that far. The Houston Texans are going to be Super Bowl contenders next year in the AFC.
For sure. 100%. I mean, they already were pretty damn good in the playoffs. Second year, CJ Stroud. Will we get a slump? I doubt it at this point, honestly. I'm pretty confident in him. He's a guy.
Yeah, you upgrade at running back over Devin Singletary with a guy like Joe Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only gripe with this team, I mean, the question marks about Tank Dell and Nico Collins. I mean, they emerged. They played great, but it's like, they're just unproven young guys. The offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line's a little tough.
Yeah, that's really it. Other than that, I mean, the D line, the front seven is ferocious, bro.
Yeah.
Even though they lost Jonathan Grenard, they brought back Daniil Hunter. They still have Will Anderson. They brought in Azeez Al-Shahir.
Yep.
Jeff Okudah on a 1-year prove-it deal. Like, they made moves.
They've got a combined 47.5 sacks between Danico Autry, Daniil Hunter, and Will Anderson. Just those three players alone.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, actually, I'm gonna give them an A-.
Yeah.
But it's still like they are one of the they've won one of the top winners in free agency. In my eyes.
I think they get an upgrade at running back over Devin Singletary. He didn't really give them anything last year. Say what you want about Joe Mixon, but the guy, he produces.
Yeah, I think he's an upgrade over Devin Singletary. I'm not the biggest Joe Mixon fan, but it's a great consolation prize for them losing out on Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
It's an upgrade.
Yep.
So
bringing back Dalton Schultz is great. He didn't break out, but
yeah,
he had a guy. He had a top year.
Sure, a guy.
Yep. Filling out the cornerback room is great next to Derek Stingley.
Yep.
Keeping your safety, bringing back one of the best kickers in football. Like they did really good, dude.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They're winning the South next year.
Yep.
And they might get the 1 seed.
Yeah, they might.
They might. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but bro, they might.
Yeah, shout out to Houston.
Pending a CJ Stroud MVP type year next year.
Yep.
I'm all in on Houston.
Me too. No doubt. Oh, look, Joe Flacco popped up. Sweet.
Hey.
But yeah,
Shout out, old man.
Yeah, shout out Colts. Recent news: Joe Flacco. This happened within the hour.
Yep.
He signed with the Colts, 1 year, $8.7 million. I'm so happy Joe Flacco found a job.
Facts, bro. He deserve it.
He won't start. Anthony Richardson will be their guy. He's their Gardner Minshew replacement. Gardner Minshew had a really good year last year, despite them losing as much as they did.
Yeah.
But Joe Flacco brings an adult in the room. What a guy to learn from.
Yeah.
More than Joe Flacco, who's seen it all, seen every defense.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll definitely be an asset for Anthony Richardson. And if he's dealing with injury again next year, Joe Flacco can step in and spin it. So
no cap.
It's definitely a good insurance policy for them. The Grover Stort deal.
Yeah.
Bro's making what, $100 million a year? Did I read that correctly?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that crazy.
I thought I saw somewhere that he was the first 9-figure.
3 years, $39 million.
Okay, someone had a typo on.
Yeah.
Someone had a typo on Twitter because I read he was getting paid $300 million. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. There's no way he's getting paid that kind of money.
Yeah. All they did was keep their guys, and honestly, like the Colts have a sneaky good roster. I just think they had a lot of turnover at quarterback.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's there to stay. They lose Zach Moss as a 1-2 punch, but I mean, it is what it is.
You can draft the guy.
You can draft the guy.
I'm gonna give them. I'll give them a B.
Yeah, I'd give him a B minus. The Grover Stort deal is actually really good. That's cheap as fuck for a guy of his caliber. 3 years, 39, especially with some of the contracts we've seen. Kenny Moore becomes the highest paid slot corner of all time.
Wild, but hey, he's worth it.
He is worth it. They bring back their punter, who's a good punter. That's the dude with the weird goggles.
Yep.
Respect. But no, I think they did a really good job despite not signing anyone other than Joe Flacco. But again, there's a lot of moves to be made still. So
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, everywhere there's still moves to be made. So we'll see. Yep. Jacksonville. See, I like what they did defensively on the offensive line, but skill position wise, like it didn't really make sense.
No, like you're going to give Gabe Davis $13 million when you could have just given $7 extra million to Calvin Ridley instead of bringing in Gabe Davis.
Yeah, and
like
I mean, you look at all of the receivers now too. I mean, you got Christian Kirk on deal,
certified
Gabe Davis, Zay Jones is there, Devin Duvernay now.
Yeah, they just have a lot of kind of expensive wide receivers.
A lot of mid receivers making too much.
Other than Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk's deal we thought was crazy last year. He definitely proved us wrong. His deal.
No, he did for sure. He's definitely a solid one.
If anything, you can give them credit for having versatility at receiver now.
Yeah. Yeah. You also have Evan Ingram on the franchise tag, so.
Yep.
I don't know.
The Mac Jones trade, I kind of like. They only give up a 6 just to bring in like probably the best backup quarterback in football. So
yeah, facts. And hey, who knows what Trevor Lawrence trajectory looks like? Might take a flyer on Mac Jones if things go south. Shout out my guy Ronald Darby getting a bag, coming back with Doug.
Yep. And then I really like Darnell Savage.
Yeah, that was a good get because
I believe they kept Ronnie Harrison too. So
I think so. I'm not too sure because they also lost Rayshawn Jenkins. So
yeah, they lost Rayshawn Jenkins.
He'll replace them.
The big pickup was Mitch Morse, though. Mitch Morse, they had a glaring hole at center last year. Now their offensive line looks pretty decent. So
yeah, it looks like a top unit in the league. Again, I'm gonna give them B minus, a B. They addressed some holes, but there's also areas like wide receiver. Like, what's the plan here?
Yeah, I'd give him a C plus, dude. Like, that's too much money for Gabe Davis. Say what you want. He benefited so much by playing with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Like,
yeah, bro. They got that bro a bag.
Bro is good for 1 or 2 games with 6 touchdowns. I mean, combined in those 2 games. And then the rest of the year, he's sort of just like, 4 catches, 40 yards. Like,
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't think he's a 2 personally. So
I don't either. I
Yeah.
honestly don't think so either.
I think it's a top 3. That's where I have Gabe Davis.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Well, keep
Tennessee.
going, bro. Tennessee did pretty good for how bad they are.
I like what they did on defense.
Yeah.
Um,
This tells me Ryan Tannehill is not coming back for cheap. This also tells me that
Will Levis is probably the guy.
Will Levis is the guy, and they're giving up on Malik Willis.
Yeah.
We knew he was a project guy getting drafted. So Mason Rudolph, only $3 million to be a backup. He's a solid backup in the league too. He gave the Steelers more energy than Kenny Pickett did. So
yeah, bro, I agree. Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears is going to be a pretty interesting duo.
Yeah, $8 million is not bad for Pollard.
It's not. He got the same exact. We'll go through the Bears, but Swift got the same bag as Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really high on Tony Pollard being your bell cow back, but who knows how they use him. And Calvin Ridley.
That's a lot of money for Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, bro. You know what's funny, bro? They didn't want to give A.J. Brown that contract 2 years ago. And now they gave Calvin Ridley that bag. Bro, they fumbled.
Big time.
They fumbled. Big time. Because you can look at that team and they could have A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins. Like, hey, that's a unit.
Yep.
But now they got Calvin Ridley's cool.
Yep.
He's not. He might be like an A- to B+ tier guy.
Yeah, he's like a low end 1.
Yeah, he's a low end 1.
Mm-hmm.
But him getting that kind of bag, I mean, shout out Calvin Ridley, betting on himself and getting a bag. Literally betting on himself.
him next to D-Hop is fun though.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I agree.
Morgan Cox, the best long snapper in football.
Bro, y'all don't know about Rick Lovato. What are we talking about?
Morgan Cox, I'm telling you.
Rick Lovato, bro.
Chidobe Awuzie is a nice pickup too at corner.
Yeah,
I like that.
Kenneth Murray too fills the Azeez Al-Shahir departure pretty well.
I've never heard of Lloyd Cushenberry before this contract.
Me either.
And he got $12.5 million a year.
Cool.
So
I also never heard of a guy named. I'll save it for when we get to my team. But a guy named after an alcoholic beverage, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. I think it's a B+ though. I think they did good for what they had. They filled some holes with actually like pretty damn good talent.
Yeah, I'll give them a B+. B.
Yeah. And it could only be better depending on how Will Levis plays. So.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I mean, if he takes a step, Calvin Ridley's going to look great. Who knows what Pollard and Spears are going to look like together? That just like I don't know, bro. That's just going to be a weird. It's going to be a weird fit. But hey, shout out Tony Pollard getting a bag in Tennessee, bro.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Good for you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Before we move on to the next team, the Bengals are closing in on a contract with Sheldon Rankins, so they get their DJ Reader replacement.
Okay, cool. We like that.
Solid contract. They needed help on the interior defensive line, especially with DJ Reader leaving.
Yeah.
Sheldon Rankins gets 2 years, 26.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's solid. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
F.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they signed basically all of the tech. They signed all of the Texas Longhorns and Will Lutz.
This.
Yeah.
F.
Garbage.
Yeah. Kansas City.
I give them a C. I mean, C+. They brought back Chris Jones, which was the priority of the offseason by far. They still need a wideout. There's still plenty there. So I'm not really going to like ding them for not getting one yet.
Yeah. But as of now, I'll probably give them a C because like they really haven't done much.
Yeah. Irv Smith, I think, is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. I do like that. I do like that pickup. and
bring.
Matt
I think
Ariza
you.
slides in for
Yeah, you bring
Tommy
in.
Townsend.
I think you bring in Irv Smith as your guy to run along Kelsey when you need to get down the field, and then Noah Gray is going to be your.
He could probably line up in the slot.
Yeah. The Irv Smith coming out of college was an athletic freak. So
Yeah. They might just say, you know what, we're just gonna split our tight ends out wide. Fuck getting receivers. Justin Watson, Noah Gray, like
hey,
might pair with Marquez Valdez Scantling.
yeah, I don't hate. MVS was cut.
Oh, he got cut. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was cut. He's gone.
Okay, so hey,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Ross time.
I can smell Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs, bro. I can.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
all over.
Yeah, bro.
Not even a question at this point.
Yep. Especially because I thought we would have interest in him, but we ain't going for a receiver now. Raiders.
I'd give him a B minus.
Yeah, I like the
what's-
Christian Wilkins deal,
Yeah.
and Gardner Minshew's probably going to be their starter.
Like, if you're not drafting a quarterback, what was the point of, like, if you are drafting one, what was the point of bringing in Gardner Minshew?
I guess as a vet, a proven vet. I don't know. Kind of the same way, the same reason the Colts brought him in last year, and then it drafted Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, but they also have Aiden O'Connell, who played pretty decent for them last year,
Yeah,
too.
I
So, like,
don't know, bro. Maybe they just don't think he's the answer.
probably not. But if he's not the answer, you want to draft somebody with where they pick, not sign Gardner Minshew. To it, it's not like they signed him to be a backup. They signed him 2 years, 25. Like that's
He's starting.
that's low end starter money.
He's playing.
Mhm. Yeah, he's playing.
Gardner Minshew is starting for this team. I like the
Yep.
Christian Wilkins deal, but
Yep.
I wish they did a little bit more other than re-signing Amir Abdullah to fill the Josh Jacobs hole.
Yeah,
That's tough. That is tough.
That is tough shoes to fill, I'd say.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
But I give him a C.
Yeah, let's see. Just the Christian Wilkins is pulling that up. Because now you got
If
Christian
it wasn't
Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins, this would be an F, bro.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins with Max Crosby, dude. Oh,
That's gonna be tough.
that is gross.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers.
They cut Mike Williams.
Yep, they
there's
restructured with Khalil Mack.
Keenan's
give
up in
them-
the air.
I gotta give them a D plus, honestly.
Gus Edwards
Granted,
is a nice guy.
They have a tough situation, but I like, replacing Eckler with the Gus bus
Yeah.
and Will Dissly replacing Gerald Everett, but they still got holes.
They do. I think bringing in Gus Edwards is a better fit than Austin Eckler because you get a guy that can actually like burn some clock. Like this is like the problem with having Austin Eckler on your roster as your bell cow back is you're not going to be able to just run down the clock with him because he's never rushed for 1,000 yards, dude.
Yeah.
So I like Gus Bus a little bit more than that. They might even draft one at some point, get a 1-2 punch going. I don't know what their picks look like, but they really didn't do shit. It's a D. Will Dissly's kind of a downgrade from Gerald Everett, so
yeah.
They're just in cap hell. There's not much they can do.
Yeah, which is why I got to give them a low grade, but granted, they are in cap hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, the Bills did better than they did, and they were both in cap hell, so.
Yeah. NFC East. Oh, wow, look at this. Eric Kendricks is on the board.
Yep.
I don't give a shit, bro. Dallas is getting an F for me. Next question.
I mean, Eric Kendricks is kind of nice.
They're getting an F. They're getting an F for me.
Yeah, they needed.
Look at how many people they lost.
They needed to do
and
a
did
lot more
absolutely nothing, bro.
Yep.
They did not do a single fucking thing until an hour ago when Eric Kendricks decided, you know what? I don't want to go to San Fran. I'm going to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro.
I'm giving them an F plus because Eric Kendricks is a nice piece. Eric Kendricks is a nice piece. We'll put it.
I'm not. They're not getting a plus for me. It's an F. They lost. They lost like half their offensive line.
Yep.
They lost a third of their defensive line.
Yeah.
They lost the running game. That was the thing that you looked at this team, and it's like, you can restructure some guys and really like make a pivot to contend in the NFC.
Yeah.
Dallas is not going to be contending next year. They might not make the playoffs next year.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
They've
got too much top end talent not to.
Yeah, they're going to be so mid though.
Yeah, injuries. If they get injuries, they'll fall off.
Yeah,
they won't be able to sustain many.
They're not going to win more than 10 games.
Okay,
that's the ceiling.
Yeah, probably.
And the fact that FanDuel has them as the favorite to win the NFC East right now is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, you guys need a linebacker.
Yeah, but we're going to look at what we did and look at what they did and lost.
Yep. But hey, shout out to Dallas. Rico Dowdle is now the savior.
No, actually, I think he is not under contract. Deuce Vaughn is the savior, bro.
Deuce Vaughn season.
Deuce Vaughn time, bro.
Deuce Vaughn season. I
man.
I honestly hope they don't.
Scheme.
I honestly hope they don't sign a running back because watching Deuce Vaughn get his ass handed to him 20 times
I hope so too, bro. Oh my god, bro. CJ Gardner-Johnson is going to eat that man up, bro.
Yep.
The Giants.
I think they did pretty good.
For what they had to go through on the first day, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yep.
I really like the Brian Burns trade. I would have liked it a lot more if they kept Saquon Barkley, because then you kind of look like they really just need to get like another receiver. Like I get like a solid receiver in there. And hey, listen, now we're starting to look like a team. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Ojulari, and Dexter Lawrence. Like, hey, that's a D line right there.
Yeah, it is.
And Devin White, he's a cool replacement for Saquon, but he is not Saquon Barkley. That offense is going to suck next year. Yeah. It also sounds like Isaiah Hodgins isn't going to be back there either. They're not tendering his option.
Isaiah Hodgins is underrated.
He's a very underrated piece, and like he was such a steal for them when they got him off the practice squad from the Bills.
Yep.
I mean, Drew Lock, cool. He's probably better than Daniel Jones at this point. For $5 million,
I'd say he's better.
Yeah. I like how they brought in some offensive linemen to help there, but
John Runyon is a really good pickup.
Yeah. I wanted, if we weren't going to draft a guy in the draft, which we're probably going to end up doing, I would have liked to sign John Runyon. But again, it's like cool, you're building in the trenches. This is great. But you gave up your offense.
Yeah.
Devin Singletary is not the answer, bro.
No. I think it'll be good for them, but
yeah. All in all, though, I'm gonna give the Giants
a B-. I think sounds good.
I'm gonna give them.
You have to with the Brian Burns trade. They gave up nothing.
I was thinking like C+. Because
did you know
they got Brian Burns? What?
I looked at a tweet. The Panthers traded more for Sam Darnold than they got back for Brian Burns.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Brian Burns is a dog. So
how is that possible, bro?
Listen, their D-line might just keep them in a few games.
Yeah, they're going to be in a domestic dispute for not last with the Cowboys. All right, let's talk about it, bro.
Discuss.
So right off the bat, I'm giving Howie an A-.
Agreed. More work to do.
Listen, job not finished. Job just started. And he kind of addressed that to Dave Spadaro, the Eagles insider. They're still feeling out, as everybody is, teams in the league, trade options, players in the market, the draft. Mm-hmm. So this is far from done, but holy shit, bro. Yo, it's like this man's playing Madden out here, bro. Let's just start with the signing of the decade. Saquon Barkley. 3 years, $37 million. It's not even a 3-year deal. It's essentially a 2-year, $24 million deal that's backloaded with a 3rd-year option.
Mm-hmm.
And $26 million signing bonus. where do I begin with this offense, bro? It's like you're playing Madden Ultimate Team. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and our offensive line. Bro, who is going to put a defense together to stop that squad, bro?
What's the wide receiver you picked up too? The wide receiver's not listed.
Oh, Devontae Parker as a wide receiver 3. Bro, what NFL defense is stopping this offense?
Kansas
We
City
have all
Chiefs.
pros at every single. We're the Niners now, bro. We got all pros at every single level.
Yeah, you do.
Literally every single level. We got all pros. It is crazy, bro. This is and I've talked about it, like how probably the 2022 season is probably the best Eagles offense we've ever seen. This is the best Eagles offense we've ever seen in franchise history, bro. I'm sorry.
No doubt.
I'm sorry. No shot. The impact that Saquon Barkley is going to have on this team is going to be similar to what Christian McCaffrey had when he got traded to the Niners. And I've been saying this, bro. I love DeAndre Swift. But if we have a chance to get Saquon, bro, you send it. And Howie must have been listening to the program. So, thank you, Howie. And, our MO is not really spend money on running backs. But for a guy like Saquon Barkley, who's a 3-down back, he has a bag in terms of the passing game. He's great in pass protection. He's inside out, very explosive. And, he's one of the top backs in the league.
Yep.
You go get a guy like that. And Kellen Moore was kind of the guy that, put his foot down on the table and said, listen, get me Saquon so I can cook.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore got to be salivating, bro.
Listen, not to shit on the parade, but my only downside to this signing is it's great for like the cap hit this year, and you'll get into it because you have the graphic. His cap hit is big next year.
It's
shout out to my homie Devin, bro.
Hey.
Shout out to the man.
Shout out.
This is my Eagles fan friend from Palmerton. You were my Pleasant Valley one.
Yep.
That's my Palmerton homie.
You came at a good time, bro.
Yeah. I miss you, bro. I haven't seen you in a few years. I miss you, brother.
Hey, we up, bro.
Yep.
Saquon Barkley, hey, and listen, he knows the struggle that we had to endure, like around this time 10 years ago with Chip Kelly and the boys. Like, don't get me started, bro. Ryan Matthews in the cut, cool. DeMarco Murray experiment. Oh, bro. Oh, Sam Bradford. I just go back to those moments when we sign a guy like Saquon Barkley. We bring back CJ Gardner-Johnson. Like, we are in the golden era, bro. We're in the golden era of Birds football. But Saquon Barkley is going to unlock this offense to levels that nobody has ever seen. It's going to break the league.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the RPO options, the play action game, what Saquon Barkley can do in the passing game, it's going to break the NFL. I'm not being biased when I say that.
No, it's going
to break the NFL because you pair him with 2,000-yard receivers, a top 5 tight end. The only time he's ever run, or not even run, the only time he's ever had 2,000 scrimmage yards was with Odell Beckham, who was a 1,000-yard receiver his rookie year. He's got 2, bro. Imagine what he's going to do with this offense. Start the season tomorrow. Rack him up, bro. I'm excited.
I will say this is a concern of mine.
Yeah.
Combined with Devontae getting extended at some point.
And then we got to re-up AJ.
You got to re-up AJ.
Listen, I'm not worried about the cap numbers because Howie Roseman, he is a cap maestro. And it brings me to this.
Are you going to run into? My question is: are you going to run into a Bills situation eventually? Like, will there come a year where you have to cut? Because that bill is going to come due at some point. You can call AT&T every month and say, hey, listen, I need 2 more weeks, bro. I just got paid, but rent's coming out. You can say that.
I don't think so. No, but the way that Howie Roseman's able to move money around, he's a cap expert. We've seen it for the last, ever since he came out the closet, pause.
Yeah.
He's been able to do things with the cap that are unimaginable. And it brings me to this section. It's basically how the contracts that they give out are structured in the ways that they can just continue to move this bag down the line with multiple guys.
Yep.
Think about this for 2024 at least. And shout out Bill Colarulo. He posted this on Twitter. For the cap hits of Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley next year. Jalen Hurts, $13.5 million. AJ Brown, $12.4. Devontae Smith, $6.4 on the rookie deal. And Saquon Barkley, $3.9, which is a total of $36.2 million for those 4 guys.
Yep.
4 all-pro players at their positions. Dak Prescott, $59 million. Just Dak alone. Daniel Jones, $47 million, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about the cap with Howie Roseman, bro. He's gonna make it work. We're gonna be up, and we're gonna stay up, bro. Howie Roseman is forever in his bag. We heard him after the Super Bowl. Listen, I got scars, bro. It's scary hours. You know what? Howie's on his villain arc, bro. He is ready.
Yep.
So I'm not worried about it. And the other thing with Saquon, everybody says his health. To that, everybody said the same shit with Christian McCaffrey when he got traded to the Niners. And guess what? He flipped the script. Best running back in the league. Saquon Barkley is going to do the same thing.
My thing with Saquon, and the people that are saying that's ridiculous because it's 5 out of the last 6 years he's played at least 14 games.
Yeah, and he's been their offense. All the pressure, all the offensive production has been on him. Now he comes to this team with all pros everywhere. All that pressure is off of him, bro. He's going to have a career year. He might run for 2K, bro.
No, he won't.
We're not going to use him like that. He's going to have 2,000 scrimmage yards. He's definitely going to have we'll see, bro. But
you've got a lot of guys to get the ball.
There's potential.
Absolutely.
We're breaking the league.
Yeah. You sign back the GOAT tight end, 1-year extension, bro. Pronounce his last name for me. Do it live.
Big Al.
Pronounce his last name.
Yeah, Big Al, bro.
I need
your boy Okwe Ibunam.
You did it.
It
only took a year of him being on the roster.
I just like calling him Big Al. Yeah, bro. Everybody, I think he'll be a solid tight end too. I'm just not really sure if he's a good blocking tight end because that's kind of what we need.
He's not.
He's not. Yeah, no. We need a blocking tight end because Calcaterra is not really that great either. We lost Jack Stoll, and he was kind of our blocking tight end. So if we want to run these 12 personnel sets, we're gonna need another tight end. But hey, I think he'll be solid tight end 2 option. He's definitely has an opportunity under Dallas Goedert.
I will say he can lead block. He can lead block off the line of scrimmage. He can't lead blocking though. Speed combined with just his raw size.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Bringing back Landon, BG. Obviously, that had to happen. Bryce
Landon's
Huff,
a lot of money.
He's worth it though. He's one of the best interior linemen in the league.
Are we?
And we got out in front of it too.
Are we sure though?
I'm sure, bro.
Okay.
Watch the tape. This man is an all-pro.
I don't think I want to sit back on my couch and say, you know what? I'm going to watch some Landon Dickerson.
I am. And
bro's got lotion and tissues while he's at it.
Yeah. He said Howie the Cap Wizard, with more and more cap expansions and the way he moves, he's got he's a cap wizard. I'm not really worried about. Not really worried about the whole cap maneuver thing because we've been talking about this for since we won the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
But Bryce Huff, 3 years, 51 million. He's a dog. Listen, bro. Hey,
Can I please have him back?
Listen,
Can I have him back?
I got nothing but love for you, bro. It's strictly business. You
Can
can
I
have
have-
Josh Sweat.
I-
You want Josh Sweat?
I'd be okay with Josh Sweat, but can I
Right,
have
you can
Bryce
have
Huff
Josh
back?
Sweat.
Can I have him back, please? I just want Bryce Huff back.
I got nothing but love for you, bro, but it is strictly business, bro.
That's crazy.
He's gonna be a good addition to this defensive line. We're probably it sounds like we're gonna shop either cutting or trading Josh Sweat
Mhm.
and hopefully extend Hassan Reddick. That'll be a good duo. I'm not really sure if we're gonna be 4-3 or 3-4, which leads me to the only gripe that I have so far is the lack of linebackers. Like Julian
Okwara. Julian Okwara.
Yeah. He's cool. He's a depth guy. Zach Bond, he's going to be a special teamer, might be a rotational guy, but I don't want him starting.
Mm-mm.
You need to get a dude. But if they are going to run a 3-4, they might be able to get away with dropping Bryce Huff and Hassan Reddick back and Nolan Smith too. Kind of consider them as outside linebackers. I don't know if that's the way that they go, because who knows? So I mean, Vic Fangio's. I think he's based 3-4, but a lot of the guys that we've had that have been disciples have been based 4-3. So we'll see.
Do you have enough size on the line to run a 3-4? I don't know if you do. I mean, Jordan Davis. I think
Jordan Davis would be. It'd be Jordan Davis at nose, Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, I think.
Yeah.
And then on the edge, Hassan Reddick, Bryce Huff, bringing in Nolan Smith and Brandon Graham to rotate there. I do worry about like depth at the interior line because Jordan Davis is cool, Jalen Carter's great. I love Milton Williams. We do have Moro Ajomo and what's the other dude's name? Marlon Tuipulotu.
Yep.
They're good depth guys, but again, they're kind of unproven, and losing Fletch is tough. So that's my only gripe. But bringing in back CJ, bro. Oh my God, bro! Thank God. We should not have let that man leave the building last year. You remember how like distraught I was.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So bringing him back, the Jake Elliott signing underrated. Yeah, we'll get to that. But CJ Gardner-Johnson, listen, we fucked up.
Yep.
I'm home. I'm sorry. We'll give you the bag. And he said, I'm sorry too. Okay. It's funny because I feel like CJ Gardner-Johnson is just built for Philly.
Yeah.
This bro dragged us through the mud. On Twitch, on social media, the fans dragged him through the mud. We stole his car. And what does he do after 1 year in Detroit? He brings his ass back to Philly.
Yep.
Says,
bro came back in the building with his tail between his legs.
Oh man, yeah. But no, he definitely brings an element of a dog on this defense that we didn't have last year. Like we were like secondary wise, we were soft. We were like Charmin soft.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring some toughness to the defense, and I'm very excited for that. And we saw when he was with us, led the league in picks, ball hawking safety. He would have been a Pro Bowler if he didn't get hurt.
Yep. That's
really the only thing with him, but I think he'll be fine. I don't really worry because we've seen it. But oh man, what a get, bro. What a get. How he is cooking, bro. And then like your boy said, Jake Elliott, underrated signing. Him and Justin Tucker, now the two highest paid kickers in NFL history. And Jake Elliott deserves it. He's one of the best in the league. I don't care what anybody says about Justin Tucker and any what other kickers out there. Jake Elliott is one of the best kickers. One of the most consistent, one of the most clutch in the NFL.
I agree.
I cannot tell you the amount of times last year where we had close games. Take the Bills game, for example. To go to OT, 59 yards in the rain, in the wind, drills it. Stone cold, bro. 261 yarders as well. Like, this man is him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Jake Elliott's a badass.
He deserves it. And bringing Braden Mann back, he was very good. And best long snapper in the league, Rick Lovato, bro, keep a job. I'm giving us an A-.
I agree.
Saquon Barkley, I think, is probably the best signings of the offseason, in my opinion, just because of what he's going to bring to the offense. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a problem for defenses, but Howie Roseman has to figure out some depth at some certain positions and the linebacker situation, because he's not doing all this and just being like, yeah, we're just going to bring Zach Cunningham back and run him into Kobe Dean. Like, we'll be all right. No, bro. You go get your ass Jerome Baker or Devin White, or trade for a guy that we don't even know, or draft Edgerrin Cooper.
Yeah.
So we know Howie Roseman's not done. So we shall see. But, bro, I am absolutely ecstatic.
As you should be.
I think we've done. I'm going to be a little biased and say we had the best offseason, but
yeah, that's fine. Have your bias moment. That's good.
I'm gonna. Another team that had a really good offseason, the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they did a lot, dude.
Yeah, a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of guys, but I'd say it's a lot of quality guys that fit a lot of needs. I really liked the Austin Eckler deal. Cheap.
Yep.
Pro Bowl caliber running back. He's going to be able to do a lot in that offense. Probably going to run through him, if I had to guess, because Terry McLaurin.
Him and Brian Robinson are a nice one, too.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin's cool. Jahan Dotson and whoever else they bring back. I mean, we'll see. So it's really going to be the Austin Eckler show, if I had to guess. I really like the offense and defensive line additions.
Agreed.
Nick Allegretti, Tyler Biadasz. That's a good get. Dorrance Armstrong. Hey, Dan Quinn cooked.
Yeah. Jeremy Chin is underrated as well.
I wanted us to get Jeremy Chin at that price. We could have swung that. But hey, they're probably not bringing Cameron Curl back. It's a good replacement there. Washington's going to have a top 10 defense next year as well. We talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Washington Commanders are going to have a top 10 defense.
Probably. I would say so. Bobby Wagner alone is going to do wonders for them.
Yeah, him and Frankie Louvu. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a linebacking duo.
Now, just imagine if they didn't trade Chase Young and Montez Sweat and added all these guys. Holy shit, bro.
Yep. And shout out Tyler Ott, bro. Long snapper getting a bag.
Yep.
But yeah, I would give them. I think it's a B+ for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a B+ as well.
Like the Mariota signing doesn't make any sense to me. I think Dorrance Armstrong and Cleveland Farrell are nice, but I feel like the rotational guys at this point.
Yeah, they're gonna get starting reps though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting what they do at quarterback, because I mean, you bring Marcus Mariota in for a $6 million up to $10 million contract. Is he going to start? Is he going to compete with Sam Howell for the job? That's the biggest question mark with this team, because like Sam Howell showed flashes, but it's like, like lightning in a bottle, maybe. I don't know. Then you bring Marcus Mariota in. He's not a guy. No. I know that firsthand. He is not a guy.
No.
So if you're going to be competing for Hi. Shout out to my missus for tuning in. She just missed my soliloquy on the Eagles.
That's fine. I think she's trying to avoid it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Hopefully she's not watching around her dad, because he's a Giants fan, and I haven't talked to him about the Saquon Barkley thing yet. I'm trying to not,
Yeah, Easter Sunday gonna be a difficult conversation. It's gonna be a lot of slamming the damn fork into the plate.
It's not gonna be a holy day. Yeah, I mean,
B
I don't
plus
know.
for
The
me.
quarterback's gonna be a question, but I mean, I think Washington's definitely going to be a playoff team next year. They're
Yeah,
gonna be a player for the the wild card next year. They probably will be second in the division behind us,
yeah.
and
And
we'll
they're
probably
probably
split
they're
with
probably
them
not done,
because
dude. They're probably not done.
no, nobody's done, but except for Dallas. Dallas is done. Yeah, I give them a B plus. They had a really solid off season so far.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out Washington.
Thank God I missed that.
Let's see.
Chicago Bears. I feel like they had a pretty decent. They signed some guys.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I like Swift.
Swift is nice for 3 years, 24.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a back.
Yep, Gerald Everett to pair with Cole Kmet. That's going to be nice. Matt Pryor and Ryan Bates.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. They brought Jalen Johnson back and Kevin Byard. He's going to be better in that system.
Healthy, having a whole off season.
Yeah, bro. He had 3 defensive coordinators last year. In my opinion, for the guys that we had on our defense, he deserved to get a pass the most.
Yep, I agree.
But I give the Chicago Bears, I give them a B. The question remains: are they going with Justin Fields? Are they going with Caleb Williams?
They'd be stupid not to go with Caleb Williams. I hate how this is a conversation. Justin Fields is not a guy.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they've just been doing him wrong year after year after year, not really building the team around him. Mm-hmm. Like we saw, we had these same questions with Jalen Hurts before 2022. Is he a guy? He can't really throw the rock. And we built around Jalen Hurts, and he's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
But
Justin
was
Fields,
Jalen Hurts the worst passer of all time for a moment in history?
He wasn't that great though. He had flashes in the pan, but he wasn't really all that special.
There's a big difference between all that special and the worst quarterback of all time. There's a difference.
He wasn't seeing the field that great. He was doing a lot of the same things that Justin Fields has done.
I guess.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like there's got to be something there. If you can put together a little bit of a passing game in his bag with his athletic ability, oh my God. He has the potential, and you just got to build a squad around him. And I don't know if the Bears are going to do that.
My thing, the difference between Caleb Williams and Justin Fields is I think Justin Fields is held down by bad talent, and I think Caleb Williams is a guy that can elevate bad talent. That's my thing.
We'll see.
I mean, every quarterback goes to die in Chicago. I honestly don't want Caleb Williams to go there. But if he does, they'll be better, I think.
We'll see. But
we've seen enough film on Justin Fields to really know at this point.
Yeah, we'll see. I give him a B though. I like they addressed the offensive line. They got a running back in there. They just need they lost Darnell Mooney. They're going to need another guy.
Yep,
there.
for sure.
So, that'll be an interesting team. The Detroit Lions, they've also been kind of cooking.
Yeah, on the low.
Yeah, Carlton Davis coming back. Jalen Reed are trading for Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis, holy shit.
Yep.
Marcus Davenport as well. 2 huge gets, and pretty much re-signing their guys.
Yeah, Graham Glasgow extending him for that cheap is great.
Mm-hmm.
At the going rate of guards right now, that is incredible. Marcus Davenport's nice. He'll be rotational depth, I think. Reeves may have been cool. The cornerback thing is what does it for me. Like that was a glaring hole for them last year. And they bring back one of their better guys. They trade for Carlton Davis. Again, only giving up a third, but they get picks back.
Yep. They did lose CJ, so that's going to be
He also didn't play for them much last year, so.
That's true. He was hurt most of the year.
Yeah, so I don't really feel like they're missing out on a lot there.
That's fair.
Yeah, so
I give them a B.
Yeah, it's a solid B. They didn't do anything too crazy, but they did a couple important things. And bringing back Bagley's good. Bagley's a good kicker.
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
Yep. This team had some fun.
Yeah, they did. It doesn't look like they did a whole lot, but what they did, oh my God.
Yep.
They parlayed Aaron Jones into Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
And in my opinion, slightly overpaid for Xavier McKinney. But hey.
I think they overpaid for him year one, but my thought process behind it is if they're paying him $25 million in year one, the cap hit's going to be super low when the Jordan Love contract extension comes into play.
That's true.
That was my initial thought. I was like, well, that's a shit ton of money for a safety year one, but he's also really good, and the cap hit's going to fall off. It's front loaded. So
yep. Yeah, I agree. Other than that, they kind of just re-signed their guys, but I really like the Josh Jacobs is a huge get for them.
Yep.
In that offense with those young receivers. Josh Jacobs, he's not going to do what Saquon Barkley's doing for us. Like, he's not going to do it on that level, but he's going to unlock an aspect of the Green Bay Packers.
If they do nothing else to the offense, this offense is going to be a problem for at least 4 years. I mean, Josh Jacobs, 26. Their entire wide receiver core, everyone seems like some type of a guy. They're all 26 or younger. Jordan Love's 27. Like, everybody's young.
Yeah, they're young, and they're good.
And they're good.
I'm going to give them a B+.
Yeah, I agree.
Can't really give them an A because, again, the offensive line, again, is a little bit of a concern for me. And they did lose some guys on defense. But I love the Josh Jacobs get, and Xavier McKinney is a huge get for them as well.
Yeah, it's an upgrade over Darnell Savage. Even though I'm a Darnell Savage guy, I do think Xavier McKinney's an upgrade.
Hey, they took our guy because we were about to get Xavier McKinney too, and I was gonna have a party.
Yep.
But listen, Howie Roseman was not paying $25 million.
No.
For Xavier McKinney, he wasn't going for that.
Nope. And I argue you probably expect CJ to give you at least close, if not the same output that you get from McKinney.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Because like our secondary is going to be a lot better than it was this year.
Agreed.
Minnesota, this was
underrated,
like an under the radar team right here.
To me, off the jump, I'll tell you right now, it's an A-. I think.
Yeah,
like,
bro. I'm inclined to give it a A-, B+. I love the Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yep.
Everything they did on defense, I love.
Aaron
Jones is an upgrade over Madison.
Yeah, they needed a 1. Madison was not a 1. And to only get him for $7 million, and they only have to sign him for a year. Like, they could extend him if they wanted to. I think he only got 1 year basically because of injury history at this point. But they still have Jetta, despite Jetta being rumored to get traded. They still have Jordan Addison, who's a dog. TJ Hawkinson's still there. They got to figure out what they're doing at quarterback because I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold's not the guy.
No. Bro, Justin Jefferson turned down a $30 million offer from the Vikings.
Yeah, he's kind of handcuffing them. So.
Yeah, bro. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, I mean, he should get the same, if not a little bit more than what Reek got. Reek's on a $30 million deal right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a generational guy.
I like what they did.
I did too. Jonathan Grenard, getting him for under $20 million for a guy that gave the Texans 15 sacks last year. That's really good. Van Ginkel, 2 years. It's fine. I think Blake Cashman's underrated. I mean, you look at that number and you're like, for Blake Cashman was really good last season. I know I keep an eye on this guy because he was a Jets draft pick that I really wanted to pan out, but we ended up signing Mosley and.
Yep.
But I think they did really good. It's an A- for me. And Sam Darnold as a backup's cool. I think Sam Darnold to this point has proven he can win you a couple games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So shout out to the Vikings. They did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Atlanta Falcons, I'm gonna give them a B. I
Wow.
love the Kirk Cousins move and Darnell Mooney in that receiving group. This offense is gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is a D for me. This is a D. The only reason it's not an F is because they got a quarterback. But the contract is outrageous for Kirk
That's
Cousins.
fair.
35 coming off of an Achilles.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down to a C. Because I mean, he's gonna be an upgrade over Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
he's gonna be able to get Kyle Pitts and Drake London the ball.
Yeah.
And Darnell Mooney there too. It's gonna be A. If Kirk Cousins, this is if buts and maybes now, but hey, if Kirk Cousins comes back and he looks pretty all right and he can spin the rock, Falcons are going to be a wild card team in the NFC. With the defense that they have, if Kirk
they might
Cousins,
even win that division at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
13 million is a little bit of a little much for Darnell Mooney, but I saw a stat earlier that 40% of his targets of 20 yards or higher were out of range of catch at like 40%. So like every time he was getting a deep ball, almost half the time it was not catchable. And he's going to the quarterback who has the best percentage at that range, believe it or not, Kirk Cousins. So I think he'll definitely finally have his breakout. I was going to put him on the list last year.
But now, hey, put him on the list this year.
Yeah. So you got Darnell Mooney, you've got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, like they got some guys. I worry about their defense a little bit. They got some work to do there. But no, I think it's a D just because like, dude, 4 million. I mean, 4 years, 180 for Kirk at 35 off an Achilles is wild. Now, if they would have done 2 years, 90, I would have been okay with it. Same like number per year, but less years. Like that's a lot of commitment for a guy that might only be good for 1 or 2 years. May not even be the same guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, bro.
Yeah. So it's a D for me. I'm not really impressed. Carolina. This one's interesting.
Yeah.
Robert Hunt gets a giant deal.
I like signing the offensive lineman, but other than that, like, what are they cooking, bro?
Deontay Johnson's nice.
I'm giving them a D plus.
Yeah, I like Deontay Johnson.
I like Deontay Johnson. I like the offensive lineman, but then other than that, like, you lose Jeremy Chin, you trade Brian Burns, like all of your good young guys, you just let out the door. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, you get like nothing back for Brian Burns at all. Yeah, I just
gave him to the New York Giants, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
honestly going to give it a C because like you look at what they lost, but they also brought in pieces that are important for a guy like Bryce Huff. I mean, you bring in a wide receiver, a young guy on the timeline. You bring in 2 big time guard signings. You know what I mean? Like they could have done worse knowing the Panthers. Like it was a bad trade, but like, I mean, I can't argue the signings. Like Hunt, Lewis, nice. Deontay Johnson, that was a nice trade. They gave up a cornerback who was hurt half the year for him last year, so he didn't really impact. So I don't hate it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that bad. Like there's definitely worse off seasons.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. I don't know. I just think.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Saints.
They're in cap hell too.
I'm gonna give them a C minus. Getting Matthew and Demario Davis back are cool. Willie Gay is cool, but
that's a nice pairing.
Yeah, it definitely is a nice pairing.
Yeah, there's just not much they could have done with the cap. I mean, they're giving Derek Carr the bag. Dennis Allen's how is he not fired yet? That's what I don't know.
I'm sorry. I was just there's a saga on Twitter going around because the Eagles made all of their deal announcements official except for CJ Gardner-Johnson. So everybody was kind of nervous that he was going to pull a Frank Gore on us. and like back out. But again, shout out Bill Colarulo. Said my understanding, because he has insider knowledge. My understanding is that CJ-GJ deal is done, but he won't be in Philly till later in the week to make it official. Everyone can relax now. That's been something floating around, because he posted a picture of him in the 3 jersey and deleted it on Instagram. So everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's not signing here." But
before we move on to the Bucks, I do want to say, so the Broncos have just now officially released Russ. Do you want to hear what the cap hits are for this year and next year? Their cap hit for Russ, who's not on the team, for this year is $53 million. And next year, it's 32. And they're paying his contract this year.
Oh my God, bro.
Fumbled.
Oh my God.
That is nuts. They're still planning on trading Cortland Sutton from what I've read. Justin Simmons is gone. Like Josie Jewell's gone.
Yep.
They've got nothing. They're dead. They're dead.
Patrick Surtain on an island. That's it.
I mean, Patrick Surtain might keep them at least in the top half. But like
that's it. That's all they got.
Yep.
Alex Singleton. Cool.
Yeah, facts. Moving on to
Tampa
the Bucks.
Bay.
I think they did really good, to be honest.
They re-signed a lot of their guys, getting Jordan Whitehead back in the fold. That's a good get for them.
It's a B-. They got Baker for not a terrible number.
I agree. And they got Mike Evans back big time, and Levante David, a lifetime Buck.
Facts.
And who knows? Maybe they'll get Devin White back. Maybe they won't. Hopefully Howie Roseman steals him. But hey, it's all right so far. They're doing pretty good. I'll give them a B-.
Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot, but I mean, hey, they brought back their quarterback at a decent number. I mean, $33 million sounds like a lot, but when you look at some other contracts, I mean, Dak might get a $60 million extension, so that's half of what he's making.
Yeah. Jerry Jones, do it, bro. Please.
Yeah. So shout out to the Bucks keeping the team together. My only concern is I just don't know. I feel like they need to upgrade considering what the Falcons did. Like they need to do something that really puts them over the top.
Yeah, puts them over the top because like they're probably the favorite, but Atlanta, they're definitely going to be in that conversation next year.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they win that division. So we'll see.
Yep.
And finally, the NFC West.
Last division here, dude. So the Jonah Williams contract did get dropped in here. 2 years, $30 million. I will say I am so much happier with the Morgan Moses trade over signing. Like we only trade a 6th round pick basically for a guy making $6 million. It's arguably better than Jonah Williams, and he got $15 million a year. So do with that as you please.
Yeah. I like the Sean Murphy Bunting signing there. Mac Wilson.
Bringing in Justin Jones is nice. They didn't do a whole lot, but like,
I'm gonna give it. A C+.
Yeah, committing 3 years to DJ Dallas is wild. You know
who?
Yeah, backup Seattle running back last year.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just.
But yeah, I get the point.
Yeah. So
it's cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Mac Wilson's kind of nice.
Arizona's gonna be mid.
Yep. Mac Wilson's kind of nice. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
It's a D+ for me. I just don't understand 3 years here. Sean Murphy Bunting's cool. But like they're resigning talent that like didn't really do shit for them. So
yep. I don't know, bro.
Yep, not much there.
Fuck Jonathan Gannon. That's all I can say.
Facts.
The LA Rams, they brought back some pretty key guys. They also signed. I like the Colby Parkinson Love.
Yep.
Jonah
Jackson.
They didn't really do too much either, but
no,
they did.
No, they filled holes. That's all they did. They filled holes. Their team's pretty much set for the most part. I would like them to get another linebacker in there.
Yeah. No, I agree. They might just do that in the draft, though.
Yeah, their line, like they brought in a corner, so they've got a guy in their secondary. Their line is nuts.
Yep.
So I think getting a guy in that second level would be important. But other than that, their offense is Their offense is good.
Yeah, it's pretty much set. I'm gonna give it a. I'm giving it a B. B
Yeah, it's
minus.
a B. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't do anything dumb. So like
Yep.
what they did was good. B.
Yeah. It wasn't great, but
No.
yeah.
No. Mm-hmm.
San
Fran.
Again, I mean,
They cut Eric
they
Armstead.
probably get a B from me.
Yeah, they did fine. They did what they could with the cap. Like I really like these two edges.
Yeah.
At that money, I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, I agree. They
Mhm.
lost out on Eric Kendricks. But yeah, no, I like the Leonard Floyd signing. I kind of wanted him, and then Gross Matos as well. Jordan Elliott's also going to be a pretty sneaky one. They also got the Texans D tackle. I think they just traded for him. I forget his name.
Malik Collins.
Oh man, I don't know his name, but he was
Malik
actually
Collins.
he was pretty decent.
Yeah, Malik Collins.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's pretty decent.
Yeah.
So
They cut Eric Armstead, save a lot of money, bring in Jordan Elliott, and trade for Malik Collins. I mean, that's pretty good. And then these two edges, like Leonard Floyd will probably be the starter on the. This tells me Chase Young's not coming back.
Yeah.
Him being on the opposite side of Nick Bosa is good, and then Gross Matos is a rotational guy I really like. So
Yeah.
It's a B for me.
Yeah, it's also a B for me.
Yeah, they get more depth, which is important.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then also the biggest move of the offseason, Debo went from number 19 to number 1.
That's not the biggest move of the offseason, bro. Nobody gives a shit.
Yep. All right, last
needed a rebrand after all the crying memes.
Yeah. Last team here, so they bring in Pharaoh Brown to replace Will Dissly. Cool. They re-sign Noah Fant, their everyday starter. Nick Harris is a nice center, I guess. Mm-hmm.
I like the Rashawn Jenkins signing, but
I do too.
They have to address secondary a little bit more.
Yeah, that's their Jamal Adams replacement.
Yeah, him and Quandre Diggs are two quality starters that they lost, so they're gonna have to find something there. I'm gonna give them a B minus.
Yeah, it was fine.
Pretty nice, but they still got some work to do.
Yeah, Leonard Williams at that age for 3 years, but
yeah,
it's not bad. Like that's a contract you give a guy that's giving you production. So
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
yeah, that's all the teams.
A lot of crazy moves, bro.
Facts.
A lot of crazy moves.
I like as an Eagles fan.
Yep.
I'm ready for the season, bro.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm ready. Rack them up, please. Because I really do think that are you pulling something up?
Yeah, I'm about to be.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling up the available guys.
Okay. So I just think that Saquon Barkley is just going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest signing
probably
of the offseason. And I'm just excited to see what it looks like on the field, because if it looks like how I think it's going to look with Kellen Moore implementing some play action and getting Saquon the ball, like, you know, in the passing game a little bit, being a little bit more smart with the screens, it's going to be poetic, bro.
I think the only move that could be bigger than Saquon to the Eagles is if the Chiefs trade for T. Higgins. That's the only one that I think would be bigger.
That's true. That's true.
That's the only one. But
again,
hey, listen, before we wrap this up, we need to go and look at who's still available. Maybe predictions, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll go by position.
Yeah.
So Kirk has been signed. Should I zoom this in one more? Yeah. Kirk has been signed. Jacoby has been signed. Baker. Ryan Tannehill, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill doesn't matter. Jameis is signed. Russ is signed. Gardner, Tyrod. Yep. Running backs.
Wait, who was the other one up there?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Cut. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be anything significant. I mean, we clearly can see how much he was benefiting from the Niners. He's now a perennial backup until he retires.
Yeah, he's probably going to be playing in the UFL.
I don't think so. Some team will pick him up. Garoppolo's a good backup.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like he's kind of been phased out, though.
Yeah. He might go back to New England.
Maybe.
Nice reunion there.
Facts.
Yep. But he's suspended for 2 games. So
Oh well.
running back Saquon, we discussed Eagles.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry to the
Bro,
Ravens.
it's 27.
I know.
27. Oh my god, bro.
Yep.
Y'all cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Swift,
cooked.
Eckler. J.K. Dobbins still
out
available.
there.
That's
That
a
might
nice
be
piece.
where Dallas goes, which would it's a downgrade from Tony Pollard, but
Yep.
it's better than anything that they have.
I agree.
But again, they didn't want to give Zach Moss $4 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So they might just run with what they got, to be honest.
I mean, they kind of have to at this point.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
They're not going to draft a guy.
No. No more Deuce Vaughn in the 4th round. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out J.K. Dobbins. Find a job, young fella. People are not picking him up because of his second torn Achilles. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that could be somewhere that they go, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. Mike Williams and Marquise Brown are still available.
Yeah.
So there's been rumors about Marquise Brown to the Chiefs a little bit. I saw a couple tweets. Nothing super crazy there.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even know where, because he's sort of been disappointing, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I could see
injuries
a team
and just kind of being a little disappointing. But this kind of seems like a Chiefs move, right?
Yeah,
you get a guy he's had talent, he's shown talent, but he's been a little bit disappointing. Get back in rhythm with the Chiefs.
He's had no help at quarterback since he's been with the Cardinals. No help.
Yeah, none. So
I do think the Chiefs,
there you have it.
That's the Chiefs' consolation prize if they miss out on T. Higgins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mike Williams, too. He wouldn't be too bad either.
I truly want Mike Williams on my football team.
Yeah.
I want him bad. Health scares the hell out of me. But if we can get him for 1 year, like if we can do a 1-year deal, I'm happy with it.
Like a prove it deal?
A prove it deal.
That'd be perfect.
Where we give him a little bit more than we should for 1 year. Like if we did 1 year, $11 million, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to command much more than that on a long-term deal, mainly because, I mean, the health, dude.
Yeah.
Another ACL. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
But Mike Williams to the Jets would be nice. Maybe the Patriots consolation prize.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe the Bengals consolation prize for T.
Could be. Gabe Davis goes. Curtis Samuel is a Swiss Army knife. He's going to go to a team and have a season.
Yeah, unless he goes back to Washington, which could very well happen. I wanted him before we signed Devontae Parker. I'm absolutely happy. Funny story, actually, and shout out to my guy Ben Henwood.
Yep.
Day one, like since literally day one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a time where him and I were clamoring, and this was like 2019. We were clamoring for the Eagles to trade for Devontae Parker as like a 1 or 2. And here we are. He's like our 5th offensive option.
Full circle moment, huh?
Facts, full circle moment, just like with Julio. But yeah, no, like you said, Curtis Samuel's definitely going to be a Swiss Army knife for whoever signs him.
I would love him.
Probably
with
just
Kansas
go back
City.
to Washington.
Yeah, I would love him with Kansas City.
Yeah, he would also be. Would you want to sign him to the Jets?
I don't think so. I'd rather than a guy that's like half outside, half like halfback. I'd rather a guy. I want a slot on my team. If Alan Lazard's
in slot,
I think he can, but like, I'd rather a true slot. Like if Hunter Renfrow, if we took a flyer on Hunter Renfrow, I'd be happy with that.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That would be tough.
He's done nothing the last year. Like the year before that, he was hurt. This past year, like he just was not getting the ball.
But
I don't know why.
He could get run with you guys.
Yeah, I'd be cool with Hunter Renfrow. I just want a true slot.
Yeah. And who knows? Aaron Rodgers does like those niche white guys like Jordy Nelson.
Facts. He loves
Hunter
those guys.
Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow. That's the new Jordy Nelson.
Yep.
Shout
Yeah,
out
we'll see
Hunter
what Spurs
Renfrow.
do.
Come to the Jets and have a Hall of Fame career because you're playing with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. But no, Curtis Samuel's going to be a nice pickup for a team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. KJ Osborne, he's signed by now, I think, right? Or is he not?
I don't think so.
No. He'll probably go back to Minnesota, dude.
Probably. And then Odell, that's going to be another interesting one. A lot of
Yep.
people thinking about Kansas City. Like, bro, go get your ring and retire.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe he goes back to the Rams, but do they really need him at this point?
Not really. I mean, we got to think about who they have. So they have DeMarcus Robinson, who's a nice piece.
Yep.
Puka and
Kupp
Cooper
and
are never coming off the field.
Who?
Yeah, they're never coming off the field. He's going to want to go to a place where he can start as a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. You know, I could see him going to Houston.
Houston would be nice. Tank Dell in the slot.
Yeah. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Boyd.
I think if Odell wants to extend his career, he needs to transition into a slot because you think about the route running ability he had early on before he became like a guy when he went to, I mean, he was a guy with the Giants, but I mean like
When he went to Cleveland.
Yeah, when he was a certified 1X in Cleveland, like he needs to transition back to the Giants role where he was in the slot, route running. Like if he can do that, he can extend his career, I think, because you don't need to be a super fast, speedy guy, athletic guy to be a slot. You have to be technically sound. So I think Odell could, if he could transition into something like that, he could extend his career, but he's not a 1 anymore. I'm not even sure if he's a 2.
Yeah.
This guy, I want.
Yeah.
I want Tyler Boyd. Give him a 2-year, like $26 million deal and just call it a day. We've got our 2. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. That'd be good. Y'all need a 2.
We need a 2. I don't know if he's quite like.
He's like a low tier 2.
Yeah, he's a low tier 2, but with Garrett Wilson, I think Garrett Wilson with what's his face with Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big year.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard years with Mike White, Zach Wilson, Flacco for a couple games.
Yep. He'll be poised for a Pro Bowl year for sure.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. So bring me Tyler Boyd, please. Michael Thomas is available.
Out there too. Would you want him?
No. I don't want to give Michael Thomas 1 year, $8 million for him to play 2 games and get hurt. I just don't need that. Like, there's injury prone, and then there's injury prone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like
if he stays healthy, though, he's a big body, too.
I guess.
I feel like he'd be why not take a flyer on him? Like 1 year, $6 million.
I'd rather a slot.
Right?
I'd rather a slot at this point. Like, I think we're going to utilize Tyler Conklin and Jeremy Ruckert a lot this year. I think we're going to utilize tight ends. I think we're going to run the ball more than we pass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a guy like him that's going to be commanding targets. I need a slot that's going to come in, do his job. You know what I mean? Move the chains. Garrett Wilson be the X. Like, I'm perfectly fine with Alan Lazard as the 2 if we have a quality slot, like a James Crowder. I know Jamison Crowder. I know he went back to Commanders, but a guy like that, like Hunter Renfrow.
Right. Xavier McKenzie.
Sure.
He's on a team, but a guy
someone like that. Yeah. Then I'm happy with it. Like, I don't need a certified 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the run game we're going to have now that we're signing every all-pro mauler.
Yeah.
So tight ends, there's really not anything here. These are the 2 main guys and they're back. So
yep.
Tyron Smith.
Yeah, bro.
Trent Brown's still out there. Mm-hmm.
You need to go get you one of them, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not going to draft, if Joe Alt's not going to fall to 10, we need to go and get one of these guys as a Band-Aid option. I'd rather Trent Brown because he's healthy, even though Tyron Smith is better.
Yeah. But again, bro, offensive linemen play till they're like 40 now.
They do, but I need the health. I mean, he played a lot of snaps last year. It says right here.
Yep.
But, like, that's his highest since 2018. Bro, we're talking 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I need a guy that's going to be there. Like, I don't need an all-pro left tackle. I just need a guy that's going to be healthy and consistent enough. Like, that's all I
Right.
need.
Some guy that's not going to chip block and
Yeah, like if we're going to bring in Tyron Smith, it's going to be like what, 1 year, 18 million? Like, I'd rather give Trent Brown less money or DJ Humphries, who's now available, who's not on the list right now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to see, but it'll be definitely interesting to see where they land.
I could see Tyron Smith going to Cincy.
Yeah.
Now that they lost Jonah
Sup,
Williams.
Twiz.
Mm-hmm.
Sup, Twiz.
Yo, G, what's up, bro? But no, I can see him going to a Cincinnati team, a team that's like going to compete for sure. He's going to go there, be a left tackle, and do what he does. I just don't want him on the Jets because I need health.
Yeah,
I need health.
I agree.
So,
yo, Twiz, you missed. We went through the Eagles, the absolute Madden masterclass that Howie did.
facts.
I need your thoughts on Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon was a pickup for sure. Trent Brown, he's just going to go somewhere that needs a left tackle. Like, he's not as good as he once was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's solid.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I really don't even care about offensive line at this point.
Yeah, these guys I don't care about. I mean, DJ Humphries is interesting. We'll see where he ends up.
We didn't get no damn backers. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah.
But I think Howie's going to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if we don't get buddy from Jerome Baker. If we don't get Jerome Baker or Devin White, I feel like we're probably going to draft. I would reach for Edgerrin Cooper at 22 or draft Trot in the second round. But I mean, I feel like he's going to do something there.
I mean, you also have been saying that for years. And has he ever done something there? Like, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, we went back to the bowl 2 years ago. We had TJ Edwards, who's a homegrown guy, turn into a solid guy. And then we brought in Kaiser White, who was solid with the Chargers.
Yeah.
They were pretty good. So, I mean, we don't need like a Patrick Queen, but if we can bring in a guy like Jerome Baker or like Quan Alexander, I'd probably be cool with too. We could bring Zach Cunningham back. He honestly wasn't that bad last year, but he can't be like the guy. You know what I mean? Like if he's our third, I'm cool with that. But we need to bring in another guy. And
yeah, I feel like at this point, like you keep having turnover in that position. Like if you can just get a guy that's like, he doesn't have to be an all pro, but just a guy that you're comfortable giving a 2 to 3 year contract with, like a Jerome Baker, like someone like that, you need. Like, stop cycling the Kaiser Whites and the Zach Cunninghams. Bring in a guy that you know is going to be there next year.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go through the same shit next offseason.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
And who knows? I don't know if Jerome Baker was one of those guys that was shit talking Vic in the off season.
Yeah.
Because I know there was a couple guys, Jalen Ramsey included, but obviously we're not with him.
No.
So, yeah, we definitely need. TJ Edwards was a tough loss for sure. We lost a lot there. But, hey, I think Howie going to take care of it because there ain't no way he's doing all this just to trot out Ben Van Sumneren. Whatever the hell you say his last name. No insane. Shot, bro.
That's insane. Yeah. I mean, Chase Young's still available. I don't know if he's... I don't know about him, dude. I just don't.
The problem is like all the money's been allocated. Everybody's kind of got their guys, and he's just on visits now. Jadeveon Clowney got signed by the Panthers, so he's off the board.
Yep. And there's not much else at edge. It's just Chase Young. I mean, Emmanuel Ogbah's nice for a year.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I don't know.
There's not really anything at D-tackle. Eric Armstead will be a nice piece to plug in for a year.
Yeah. Listen, at D-tackle, I wouldn't be mad grabbing Eric Armstead for depth. Like if we want to get him like on a 1-year deal, that's fine with me because I can already kind of see this. Like if our young guys aren't really ready to step up at that position, I think our depth is going to be a problem at
Agreed.
interior.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know what scheme we're running, whether it's 4-3 or 3-4, but he would definitely be a good get.
He can
Hopefully
play
he kind
either.
of slips under everybody's radar and how we can just grab him in like July
Yep.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't seem like anybody's really kicking the tires on grabbing Eric Armstead.
Yeah, I'm surprised DJ Reader hasn't been picked up yet either. I mean, he's arguably the best nose in football. There's not many left, but he's one of them. Kenny Clark included.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's a guy that someone will pick up and be happy with. Calais Campbell, keep a job.
Yeah.
And then these guys don't matter. Sheldon Rankins is signed.
Yep, linebacker.
Not a whole lot here. Devin White still.
Yeah. It sounds like he's going to get signed back with the Bucks, though, from his social media post. I don't know, though, because he posted about Jordan Whitehead signing with the Bucks, talking about we're going to get shit straight. So, I don't know, bro. Twist says he likes Wilson, but if I would take him with his injury history, Cooper is an edge to me. Like to see us grab Colson. Yeah, I don't really know. I just want Howie to address the scenario without band-aids. Vic likes to play 2 down linemen with the edges standing up. So it sounds like he's going to run like a 3-4. So we might be able to get away with standing Hassan Reddick and Bryce Huff up and maybe dropping them back in coverage. But like, is that really what those guys do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, corner. Steven.
There's a lot of There's still a lot of corners out there.
Kendall Fuller, Gilmore. Even though he's kind of cooked.
Yeah, he can give you one more good year as a 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Steven Nelson is a guy.
Yeah, Steven.
He's out there.
Adoree Jackson's also a guy.
You could bet on Christian Fulton's youth.
Yep.
The GOAT, Akello Witherspoon. Oh, I forgot Trey White's still a free agent.
Yeah, bro, he got cut. So there's places that really need quality second, like veterans corners.
Yep.
They're still out here.
Yeah, there's plenty of corners available. There's still a lot of safeties too. Cam Curl, I don't know how he hasn't been signed yet. He's probably commanding too much for what his worth is.
Julian Blackman.
Yep, he was a dog last season with the Colts. Good player.
See, they said Justin Simmons is out there too. His price is getting up there because we were in on Justin Simmons, and after signing CJ, we backed out because he's getting pretty pricey.
Yep.
Nelson, the same guy talking shit with Slay. I mean, he was a solid 2 when he was with us, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people are just not built for Philly, but hey, CJ Gardner-Johnson is. He definitely is. The way like he talks shit on us. Quandre Diggs is still out there too.
Yep. There's some guys.
I kind of want us to grab him. I feel like these guys are just gonna go under the radar.
Probably.
But yeah, bro. Like CJ Gardner-Johnson is our type of toxic, bro. He talks shit on his stream. Said we're fucking obnoxious. Turns around and signs back with us.
Yep, dude.
Yeah,
hey, that's what the league's looking like right now.
Yeah, it's
a
crazy.
lot of shit.
There's still quality guys out there, and yes, I agree. We talked about this earlier. He brings toughness. We lacked that, especially in the secondary last year, bro. We were Charmin soft in the secondary. I mean, you just look at the 49ers game when they were pressing Bradbury. We're just standing there taking it, bro. Like CJ Gardner was about that business, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad he's back. He's a dog. He should have never left. But yeah. But like you said, there's still quality talent out there.
There is.
So it's going to be interesting to see like how everybody else's roster fills out, where these guys go. Like I said, I hope that some of these guys fall under the radar so we can grab them on the cheap. Like Quandre Diggs would be a nice little under the radar signing. We got to bring in a linebacker. Hopefully it's Jerome Baker. I'm not mad if we bring him and Zach Cunningham in. I think that'll be solid. And then maybe draft a guy. Yeah. And Hey, if Eric Armstead goes unsigned till August and we need some depth, I'm with it. Because
Yeah,
I feel like
facts.
that might be a problem for us down the line. I don't know what scheme we're running, so I can't really pinpoint like, yeah, we need some veteran depth there. But I can kind of already see it without Fletcher Cox and putting all of our stock in Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Not that
Mhm.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis aren't going to be good, but I mean, Jordan Davis has had question marks.
Yeah. Your line becomes super young really fast. So,
Yeah. Yep.
mhm.
Texans and Green Bay. Yeah, they killed it. We killed it. Washington killed it.
Mhm.
But we had the best one. Don't get it twisted. We had the best free agency. They also cooked, but we cooked the most, bro.
Yeah, dude. Listen, so next week I'm thinking for the show, we're going to look into more signings probably, as we should. There'll probably be trades out there, some rumors to address. I'm curious to your thoughts of this. Do you want to, maybe for like a half an hour every show until April, do you want to like look into some draft prospects on the show?
We could. I
I think
mean,
it could be fun.
I think it could be fun too. I mean, personally, it's not really something that I'm too into, like the college guys and the draft prospects. But yeah, I'm totally
Mhm.
down because, like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I
Yeah.
don't other than like the guys going in the first round, I could not tell you like, oh yeah, we got to get this guy, we got to get that guy. Like, I
I
don't know.
mean, maybe we're not going to go too deep. Like we're going to look at like
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
top.
tap in for
Yeah.
draft prospects. I'm not looking at like guys that are going to be like 5th, 6th, 7th round draft
No.
picks that we can steal. At like, you know, he could be a guy like
Yep.
when LB he does his on his channel. Shout out LB. And he called out Quez Watkins, and then we ended up drafting him in like the
Yep.
4th or 5th round.
Mhm.
I'm not that tapped in, but
No, but I think it'd be fun, like for half an hour, like maybe next week to start it off. We'll start looking at two of our biggest needs. We'll start looking at linebacker for you. We'll look at Trotter and all those guys, and we can look at tackles for me.
yeah, no, I agree. Twiz says he does mock drafts, and who he gets, he watches film on. Hey,
Yeah,
we could do that. We could
yeah,
definitely do that.
yeah. I think it'd be fun, dude. Give us something different to try. I mean, we very rarely touch into it until we get like I think it'd be fun if we do a live reaction to the draft and we actually know the players in the first
Yeah,
round or two.
yeah,
That are, you know what I mean? Like what we expect, how we feel about fits and stuff like that. It'll be a lot better.
yeah. Kind of like how we did with the NBA draft.
Yeah, I knew a whole lot about those guys.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
no, I agree. I definitely think we should go. We'll probably go live for the draft and all
Yeah,
that
that'd be
stuff.
fun. Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
everybody else could be going live too. So listen, you can have us up on the computer, have Smitty and DV on the phone, have LB, Philly Mike, and Philly 500 on the TV. Just
Yep.
have us on one device, please.
Absolutely.
We're
So
going to
listen,
be kicking it together.
you got any final thoughts, my bro?
Not really. Bro, I'm ready for the season. Me and Twiz and your boy alike.
Yep.
We are just like, bring the season, bro.
Facts.
This offense is going to give the NFL problems.
Yeah.
Like, we're lucky Roger Goodell did not David Stern our ass for this.
Facts.
Because we are stacking the chips crazy, bro. Like, literally, like, and I'm not even exaggerating the amount of all pros we have on the offense. It is literally every single position.
Yep.
Outside of center and right guard.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy, bro. That should not be allowed. But
No.
hey, Howie just keeps cooking, bro. And for where we were at like 10 years ago, because I remember that shit vividly, I'm ready, bro.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I did see before we get out of here, the leak for the week 1 matchup in Brazil. It sounds like it's going to be Eagles Steelers. So we get to see Russell Wilson and Patrick Queen ass in South America to open the season.
That is nuts.
I know. I obviously it is way in the future, like half a year from now, essentially.
Yeah.
But I do think it's kind of interesting to think about the matchups that could form and the edge. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, just loose thoughts, because I have a couple thoughts on it.
On what, the matchup?
Yeah, Eagles Steelers. Because I mean, obviously, it's going to be a game. We play them, but like to open the year, like with what we did, they did.
It's hard to tell right now, but like if your D line is as good as we think it could be, despite being so young, you guys are going to eat, because the Steelers' biggest weakness is their offensive line right now. They need help big time.
Yeah.
That's where my head immediately goes, is the mismatch D-line versus O-line.
Yeah, I agree. I also think like our defense against their offense, good test for our line for sure.
Yep.
Our offensive line against their D-line, that's going to be whew.
Yeah.
We're going to see if Patrick Queen or Saquon Barkley is the better signing, because that's going to be the matchup all day, bro.
You're going to see if Landon Dickerson's worth $20 million a year.
Yeah, if Cam Jurgens is a guy.
Yeah.
I also kind of go to the secondary, because outside of George Pickens, like, what do they have?
Yeah.
I mean, we still have Slay, Bradbury, Isaiah Rodgers is going to be an interesting one there, and then CJ in the safety spot. I think we can shut their offense down as long as we can have half of the offense to work properly. Like, I think we'll take care of business.
If you can keep pressure at a minimum, you guys will be able to carve them up, because their secondary is a little, short routes and things like that will be nice. Yeah,
and I think Kellen Moore is going to move a lot of guys around, and we're going to get the matchups that we want. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll have Smitty moving around in the slot in an empty set and have him one-on-one with fucking Patrick Queen and have him cook his ass. So, I don't know. We'll see, but I'm excited, bro. I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Run this back, because listen, like I said, I got one of these. It's cool, but I need another one.
How do you think I feel? I was deprived of my season.
Yeah, Russ don't throw it quick, so we should be fine.
Yeah.
We've had trouble with Russ in the past, so that is definitely something that we have to keep in mind.
Yep.
Him extending the plays is something we kind of struggle with historically, but we'll see what Vic Fangio decides to do.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's still time left, and the linebackers too are going to be a huge key, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's all I got, bro.
Yeah, that's really all I got too. That's just the only thing that I had on my mind. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, that's gonna be an interesting matchup. I was like, of course, they signed Patrick Queen. We got to open up with them, but we gonna be straight, I think.
Facts. So listen, thank you guys so much for listening to the Day One podcast. We appreciate you, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can get the Day One podcast content anywhere, because Wi-Fi is plentiful. Okay? Some of you guys, crazy rich folk, got the fiber internet plugged right into your computer. You got 2-3 monitor setups all over the place. So throw us up on the screen.
Also got one of these.
Facts. You got an Oculus Rift. Watch us in, what is that, 4D, 5D, 8D?
Augmented reality.
Yeah, bro. You want me to feel you touching you on the screen?
Pause. No, you don't. No, you're not virtually violating our viewers, bro.
Yes, I am.
Please don't.
I'm
I don't need a
doing
case,
it,
bro. Because your ass,
bro's gonna become a free agent real fast.
Facts, bro. Hey, Philly Mike, sign me, bro. No,
yeah, facts. But thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week. We'll probably start breaking down some college guys. We'll touch base on basketball, see where we're at there. Not much happened this past week, but free agency toppled it all. We'll react to some more signings. But for now, I'm Kyle. That's Anthony. See y'all later.
Peace.